Whoa, good day, everybody. How's everybody doing? A little chilly lately, but where I'm from, this is still a heat wave. So, Valentine's weekend, that indeed is a beautiful, artfully done creation of what I believe a heart looks like. So, before everyone starts sending emails saying, don't you know how to draw a heart? Well, hearts don't look like perfect. So, there, heart, something like that. So, last week, as you may know, for all my followers and groupies, I was on vacation last week. And it was life changing. It was eye opening. I had epiphanies. And as I just explained last week, part of that is our ability to get away from the things we're in today. So, what I want to focus on today is, first of all, the word optimistic. So, I don't think most people understand the word. I think most people don't believe in the word, and I think most people just don't know how to practice the word. So let me give you my spiel. So, being optimistic really means somebody who is hopeful and confident in the future. And if we're stuck on focusing in the past, we'll never see the future. Now, now, probably most of the people watching this right now, you guys are all optimistic, but you know the people that we're talking about. And we're not talking behind their backs, they just choose not to listen to this. So the people who live in the past are continually caught up in that past and don't have hope for the future to see it. People will ask all the time, well, are you an optimistic person? Yeah. And I'll tell you why. And and I get it. A lot of times things just aren't as simple as, oh, well, that's easy for him to say. Trust me, I struggle with the same things you do, but it's all a matter of perspective and kind of shifting the paradigm a little bit. So, well, why would I be so optimistic? I believe my opinion is being optimistic is really a choice. It's a choice to look forward or to look back. Sometimes in the circumstances, it's so hard not to look ahead. But I am a hopeful person by nature. There's nothing I can't do. There's nothing that is going to keep me from doing what I want to do because it is my choice. And people will say, well, I have no control. Well, and there are some things we don't have control over. But you know what we have control over? We have control over the choices of what we do with crappy circumstances. It is about choices. There's many days my choice is really not to get up because I don't feel like it. But I do. I have to look forward. I gotta go. I gotta help. I gotta look ahead. So being an optimist is not someone who, I've heard people say, well, you just don't live in reality and that's just not the way. Again, it's just a choice. Like y'all right now are saying it's cold down here. I really think it's warm because where I'm from, there's a lot of snow and it's really, really cold. So it's really about taking the circumstances that you're in, making a choice of, hey, I got to look ahead because what behind me stinks. So looking ahead is really about what being optimistic is all about. And when we're surrounded here by people who have some really, man, tough stories. And so it gives me the optimism to want to look forward, to look ahead of circumstances that I'm not in. And talking about pessimistic, you know, as soon as the first vision is Eeyore, you remember Eeyore, the Winnie the Pooh little donkey kind of guy with the stick pin tail and "Oh, it's always sad, it's always gloomy," and Oh my Lord. Or maybe like Pigpen from Charlie Brown that he's always carrying his ick around. Do you ever feel like you're carrying ick around? Or that it's just gloomy and that cloud is like, oh, I've heard it all the time. You hear from people, oh, bad things just always happen to me. They just follow me. Well, maybe you're a magnet. Maybe unconsciously, those are the choices you're making for them to gravitate towards. You know, I've been around people who are very pessimistic, um, very always down, always negative. And for me, um, I've honestly, I've just told those people, I get it. If you want me to listen, I will, but I can't listen to that day in and day out. And that's my choice. I still love you. You're still my friend. You're still my family. But that ick, yeah, I don't need the ick. And so we can still be good listeners, but we also can't be enablers. And some of the pessimistic people, they're just enablers because people continue to feed that, which brings me back to my last word of surrounded. If you're pessimistic, why don't you surround yourself with optimistic people? People have a good positive outlook. Well, because all my friends are just like me. Hmm, okay, well, I don't know. Maybe that could be a part of the issue. Maybe you need some new friends. Maybe you got the wrong friends. I don't know. Maybe they're right for you. But being pessimistic, that's work. That's hard. Um, being stuck. But when you're surrounded, there's a song out there that always makes me think that it may look like I'm surrounded. I'm surrounded by bad things. I'm surrounded by negativity. I'm surrounded by gloom and doom. We're all surrounded by gloom and doom. All you got to do is look out into the world. But yeah, it looks like I'm surrounded. But you know what? That's the outer surrounding. My inner surrounding, I'm surrounded by people who love me. There are some people who actually like me. I'm surrounded by optimistic people, joyful people, happy people. So, what are you surrounding yourself with? Hmm. I like to surround myself with people who are more positive, more upbeat, because trust me, you and I, we both got days where, yeah, the last thing on our list is feeling optimistic, but those are short lived days. Long as we're not living in those days, like Groundhog Day over and over. And I think some people have watched that movie way too many times. Um, they just, it's easier to fall backwards instead of stepping forward. Because stepping forward requires exertion, it requires effort, it requires me to make a choice. Being pessimistic and falling back is kind of easy. I can just sit back and say everything that's wrong. I can be cynical, I can be skeptical. But one of the things that I was thinking about choices is I don't want to be a grumpy old man because I am this close. And I just don't want to be one of those guys. And there are. Come on, they wouldn't come up with a movie and a joke about grumpy old man if it wasn't a real thing. It is. My dad's a grumpy old man. Um, I don't want to be one of those people. I want to be a happy, optimistic old man. Um, so think about today. Yeah, it's dreary outside. It's rainy. It's cold. It fits my mood being pessimistic. How can I be optimistic? Come on. We're going to have so much blue sky. Then we're going to be complaining it's hot and it's muggy and it's humid. We have a lot to look forward to. And that's what I'm going to do on days like today. Yeah, it's kind of a crummy day, but I'm optimistic. We got some great days ahead. So let it be known that we're here to surround you with whatever it is that you need. If you need love, we'll give you some love. If you need help, we'll help you. So, whatever you're surrounded by, come on over to the light. We'll help you. We'll give you some hope. We'll give you some encouragement. We'll give you some optimistic outlook. It ain't that way all the time, but it's the way most of the time. So have a wonderful weekend. Get some chocolates, indulge a little bit, give your sweetie an extra kiss. Um, just have a wonderful weekend and know that there's some good times around and you're surrounded by our love. So this has been Rich, just Rich, saying peace.